Hello class, today we're going to be talking about cloud formation, and in order to do that I want to review a couple materials. We're going to review the water cycle. You should each have note-taking devices. You'll have 2 pages. I want you to start working on the first page with me. You'll have popsicle sticks also, you're about to need those. So with the water cycle there are 3 components, correct? Condensation, evaporation, precipitation. I said those in the wrong order though, so do not write those down like that. It is condensation, precipitation, and then evaporation. Evaporation is when our liquid turns into a gas. Condensation is when that gas turns back into a liquid, which is interesting because you don't always think of clouds as a liquid, right? But we're going to discuss that today. And then that liquid in the clouds is released through precipitation. So go ahead and match those popsicle sticks, glue them onto where your notes are. If you need to pause the video at any point in time, you may, but I'm going to keep moving forward. You will have a box on the other corner of your page. Mine is colored in. I want you to do this to yours, but I want you to do it as we're talking about the clouds. So we're going to review the 3 types of clouds. Again, this front page should be all review. You guys should know this, but you do need to have a good understanding of this material in order to move forward. So this is the troposphere, where all clouds are in the atmosphere, which, again, the atmosphere is just the gas that surrounds the Earth, right? So we have 3 types of clouds that I'd like to review today. We have cumulus, which are these big puffy clouds, and as you see at the bottom, cumulus, they're usually seen on dry, sunny days. So these are those big clouds that have the flat bottom and the rounded top. They can be anywhere in the troposphere. So you don't need to copy where I wrote this. In fact, I'm going to move over here now. But go ahead and draw in your cumulus clouds. Now we have cirrus clouds. Cirrus are high-level clouds, and they're usually made of little ice crystals, and so they're wispy or feathery. So those are the thin ones at the top layer. We also have stratus clouds. Stratus clouds are low-level clouds. Sorry, I'm kind of blocking my face here. Stratus clouds are low-level clouds, and usually they produce light rain or a drizzle. So go ahead and fill those notes in, please. I'm going to keep moving forward. Again, if you do need to pause the video, feel free to do so. So on your next note-taking sheet, it should say cloud formation. You'll have all these numbers. That's what I want us to work on right now. So this is new material, so if you need to rewatch this video, feel free to. In number 1, I want you to put what I say in your own words. So these are the steps in order for a cloud to form. We're going to need bodies of water to absorb thermal energy. So that could be energy from the sun, any natural energy that you guys can think of that the water would be absorbing. Again, step 2 would be evaporation. So in evaporation, as you guys know, that's going to be some sort of heat. So it would be safe to stick with the sun, but if anybody has any other ideas of how energy might be absorbed into the water, please feel free to share those in class today. I would love to hear them. So with, sun is out. We got it shining on our paper here. So with evaporation, there we go. This causes the air to be warm and moist. This is the second step in cloud formation. So first we had that it needs to absorb energy. Second, we know that it needs to evaporate. And that creates the warm and moist air. Step number 3, that warm moist air is less dense. We should know that word density. What is less dense tends to rise, correct? So this less dense air now, it's less dense than dry, cold air. So warm air rises, you can remember it that way. This air is now going to rise. So now we see how clouds are kind of being picked up off the ground, right? So far, we haven't really formed a cloud yet. Step number 4 is as that air rises, it gives off some of that thermal energy that it absorbed. So the moisture condenses. So now it's not hot enough to be that gas anymore, or it's not in that condition. Now it's turning back into a liquid. It's condensing, right? Condensation is when the gas, the water vapor, turns into a liquid. Step number 5, this condensation forms a cloud. So we're going to see exactly how that works today. So what we're saying is that clouds are not gaseous. They are minute condensed water particles. So with that knowledge, I want you guys to draw a picture in the last box. Don't steal my picture idea. You can't look at it. So we're going to draw a picture in the last box, and we'll compare our drawings and compare our notes in class today, but I want you to use the knowledge that we just gained and draw a picture of what you think of a cloud now. That is it. Again, if you need to rewatch this video, go ahead and do so, but we'll discuss this more in detail in class.